There we go. I'm going to attempt to keep it, not everybody muted, but if it's loud, then I'm going to mute everybody. But it's always a little more fun if people can interact. Well, actually, since Emily's going to be our first person talking, I probably will. Do you want everybody muted, Emily? Are you going to have participation?
You know what? I would love some comments. I love to know that people are like,
Okay.
It's like working for them. So I don't want you to mute yourselves unless you have background noise.
That's how I feel, because I feel like otherwise it's dead silent, but sometimes it's hard. So I'll work on muting if people light up. But all right, welcome to our April team meeting. Put your hand up if it's your first Beautifully Polished team meeting. Is anybody a newbie? Oh, Nora, welcome.
My first Zoom one.
All right, who said first Zoom?
Me.
I don't know who me is. You're not.
Barb.
Oh, Barb, it's your first Zoom one?
Yep.
Nice. All right. Well, oh, that's right. Because you came to the in-person one last month at Dina's, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
we got a couple of
Or
hands up.
Amanda's, I mean.
We have some people who are actually also on their first time with some hands up. We got Christine and Veronica with hands up. I think they're saying hi for their first time.
And
Yes.
Stacy too, Stacy Eiler. Yay,
Yay,
Stacy.
thanks, you guys. Welcome, everybody. Well, we have lots of stuff to talk about tonight, but I'm really excited. Before we get to any training and our recognition and announcements, we have a special guest star on tonight. And now I lost her. Oh, there she is. For those of you who don't know, Emily Diedrich started about last year, just before.
It's been over a year now. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And we got field development leaders, which was amazing, which means if you are in the Midwest, which our team is, and many people on our team, but not quite everybody, Emily is a person that reaches out to different leaders in that area. So the company has them in different areas, and we hope to continue to bring more on, but we are fortunate that Emily is joining our call tonight. She doesn't live that far from those of us.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, so I'm going to stop talking and let her, I'm sure you've seen her on Connect the Dots and Tuesday trainings or leader trainings, depending what you've been on.
Think like a Girl Scout. I loved that one.
Oh, good.
Yes,
Well,
yes.
I totally did a theme again. I don't know if Bethany's on, but I love a good theme. So I don't know. Can you guys tell I'm wearing a fishing? I am not a fisherman, but I ordered this from Amazon. So I have a fishing vest on because we are going to be fishing for business. And I love a good theme. Like, I think it's always fun to have a theme. But I should start in case you don't know who I am. I actually was in the field with 2 companies for 18 years. So I've been in your shoes. I've been through the ups and downs of this business, and I love direct sales. I love coaching people. I love working with people. And I know this isn't always easy. A lot of it starts in our mind. And so I feel like this fishing is actually going to be a lot about mindset, but it's also going to be some great skills. So I'm actually going to give you 12 business building tips that in some ways are kind of basic, but it's always fun when you hear them a different way, right? And the reason I came up with this fishing is because Mr. Park has been saying this year that we need to learn to fish again. And it makes, was anybody here during COVID? Was anybody on the team during COVID? A lot of us, right? Did anybody feel like maybe the fish were just jumping in the boat and everybody wanted to join us and everybody wanted to buy? Did everybody feel like that?
Yeah, absolutely.
And then it's like, all of a sudden, I don't know what happened. The fish went away. Is that what happened?
They all went back to the salons.
So a lot of people did go back to salons, right? We didn't have as easy of a captive audience. So we have to learn to fish again. And some of it is about being in the right waters and using the right, I'm going to try and do the right terminology. I looked up a bunch of fishing terms, using the right bait, right? We got to have the right bait. So I'm going to go through 12 different analogies because people are still joining. A lot of people are joining. You have new people on your team. This is still a very, very, very viable business. And it may be even more viable today than it was during COVID with the new products, right? And people are still buying. They're buying a lot. I just looked at the numbers from the top 25. And Dina, you had somebody, is there a person on that was like number 36? I mean, we have people selling.
Dana.
Is she on?
Yep, Dana Sturm's on. Woohoo!
We have people selling $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a month in nail strips and makeup. So you know what? People are buying, people are joining. So what are these people doing that they're working. I think they're learning to fish again. So I'm going to go through some things. Is anyone here a fisherman? Is anybody a fisherman?
My husband is.
I could have borrowed his vest. I was like thinking, I don't know anybody that's a fisherman. Okay. So number one, and they're going to be kind of fun little things. You can't catch fish if you don't have a line in the water. So aside from those crazy carp that you see on YouTube, right? That just jump in your boat, you actually need to be casting your line. So I think this really starts with knowing what you want for your business, right? Which way are we going to turn our boat? Where are we going to put our boat? And then we're going to actually have to put in the effort. So we have to have a line in the water. What's our why? What's our goal? What are we going to work for? Number two, the more lines in the water, the more fish you're likely to catch. Isn't that so true, you guys? How many prospects are you actually talking to? Because if you only have, I've seen fishermen many times, but if you look at those fishermen on the docks, what do a lot of them have? Several lines in the water, right? They're not just talking to one person to sell to, or one person to have a party, or one person to enroll. They're throwing out lots of lines. I love, we've been at Color Street's been providing some training for the leaders. And they've been talking about Becky. Are you guys talking about Becky tonight?
Mhm.
And she does her whole 3-3-3 philosophy. And she teaches, you want to be talking to 3 previous customers, 3 new customers, and 3 enrollments a day. And when you figure that out, I just figured it out for 5 days, because I'm going to give you the weekends off. That's 2,340 connections a year. If you just did 1-1-1, think of how many connections that would be in a year. So you got to put lots of lines out into the water. The bigger the bait, the bigger the fish. We're probably not going to get Moby Dick or a gemstone on our team if we have just a little worm, right? If you want to catch the big fish, we got to have the skills. We got to feel comfortable. We got to have the confidence. We got to feel good. So if you don't feel like right now you have the skills to fish, to know what to say when you're recruiting or what to say when you're having those conversations, then I want you to do like this, show up at a team meeting, right? I want you to go to connect the dots. I want you to get that confidence. And how do we get the confidence to know what to say or what to do to try to get Moby Dick on our team? We
Practice.
need to be talking. Practice, exactly. I don't know who just said that, but practice. It's huge. It's connection. It's learning. It's practicing. Number 4. If you don't fish where the fish are, you catch zilch. You have to go to them. We can't wait for them to come to us, right? They may never come. Are you networking your business? Do you have samples in your purse when you're at the grocery store or when you're picking up the kids? Are you in a networking group? Are you in Facebook groups? Do those people in those groups know what you do? Do you have a hobby you love? Are you going to your knitting class or a quilting class or a book club? My book club used to be a great resource for contacts. Are you doing vendor events or pop-up events where you're popping up at a little store and showing your stuff? Go to the people, right? You have to go out to be able to fish. If you fish with the wrong, oh, I did that one, right? Oh, yeah. Okay. If you fish with the wrong bait, you catch 0. Did I do that one? Yes.
Yep.
Mhm.
Okay. If you fish with the wrong bait, you will not catch any fish. This is your approach, your words, your confidence, know your audience. How would your products help them? What kind of things would they solve? I think this is really important because sometimes we are trying to sell something to someone that they don't want, right? So if we are trying to bait them, that word, we're trying to bring them in, but they're not interested in getting their nails done. What's a product that would serve them? So really, this is getting to know our customer. If we know our customer, then we can have a product that serves them. And a lot of times this is just knowing our P's, right? What product is it they're going to want? Or during the business, is it that they want people? You guys all, I'm sure, love this camaraderie, right? This is a big part. Do you know somebody that's going to want people? Or do they need a profit? Do they need money? So knowing what it is they need, then you can serve that need. And I think with our product line expanding, sometimes people think like, I don't want to sell something, but all it does is open you up to more people and having more exposures. We're number 6. It's up to the fish to dictate when they'll get caught. You can't force the timing. Isn't that true, right? When we are ready, oh my gosh, you know what? I want you to sign up today because, it's the end of the month and I really wanted to earn this promotion. Does that really work? No, the timing is them. And the other thing is, it has to be their timing and we have to listen for when they want their timing. Because I know in the field, I used to think when she said, you know what, I'm not interested right now, I thought she meant like next year. Has anybody ever had that experience where you thought like, she says, I'm not interested right now. And I'm like, okay, thanks. And I thought in my mind, you know what, I'll call her back in a year. And she just said, when I got really good at my words and I said, when would you like me to follow back up? She said, oh, next Friday. Oh, okay. If we in our heads think the timing is long or we think it's short, it's better to ask them. Right? So asking them, what is their timing? What's their timeline? Because sometimes we're going to be surprised that it's shorter than we would have imagined. You can't chum the water. You can chum the water and fish will gather. Chummering is scattering pieces of bait in the water. With chumming, you attract more fish. Just not necessarily the ones you want to catch. So really what this is talking about is using the bait for what the fish you want, right? Who do you want? What's your ideal customer? That's a great discussion. I thought we would talk about this for a second. Who is your ideal customer? Who is your ideal teammate? Have you ever thought about who your ideal customer is? Anybody want to chime in for a second? Everybody's muted.
I heard a really great example where to think about your ideal customer as yourself right before you found, like I tell my team, like talk to yourself before you try Color Street. Like for me, I wish I had heard about it in 2017, but I didn't hear about it until 2020 and I would have died to have it in 2017. So when I write my opportunity posts or I share in parties, I talk to myself, 3 or 4 years ago.
I love that. You know what? I think that is a great example, Sarah. And I think that's a great example for the opportunity or the customer, because when you're sharing your story about the opportunity, what are you doing? You're opening yourself up to people like you. Like attracts like. So if you're looking for people like you, I think that's a great thing. If you're a single mom, look for other single moms because you know the reason why this. The other thing is to collect stories, right? If you know Dina's story is she's a teacher and now, or Haley's story is now she's a teacher and she doesn't pay for summer school. So then you can relate to them when you're looking for that customer, for that ideal customer. This is a great time to look for teachers, right? They're going to be off during the summer. So looking for who is your ideal customer. Just because you can see a fish doesn't mean you'll catch it. You know it's there, you can see them, but unless you engage, nothing happens, right? So we can see the fish out there, we can wave at it, we can say catch up, get on the line, but unless we're really engaging and we're having that conversation back and forth, we can't just hope that they're gonna see our posts and interact. We have to interact with them. And I love that Becky also shared on her training calls was, when you see their stories, interact with their stories, start the conversation, go back and forth, really start building that relationship, not just seeing them, not just liking their post, but actually engaging with them so you can build a real relationship. Number 9, you can use Sonar, all the latest technology and get the most expensive gear. You could get a really great vest on Amazon, right? You could have all the fancy stuff for your business. You could have the stickers on your car. You could have everything. Or you could just have a little kite with some string on it and a little corn out there, like your little twosies in your purse. It doesn't really matter your approach, you guys. You could be very simple. You could have the fanciest display at the thing. It really is doing what works best for your business. So are you a person that loves Reels and TikTok? Then do Reels and TikTok. Are you a person that likes in-person or one-on-one? I used to love just meeting somebody for coffee and sharing my products with them one-on-one. I'm best one-on-one. I know that. What's your best? Is your best a group of people? Is your best? Darlene's a star at vendor events. That is her niche. It's finding your niche. So think about it. What really is your best way? And it can be fancy, it can be social media, or it can be one-on-one in person at a coffee shop. Number 10, you can catch a big one with your feet planted on the shore. This is saying you don't have to go out on the boat. I know a lot of you, does anybody here have a full-time job? And sometimes life does get in the way, right? So how do we work our business within the limits? If we can't go out on the boat and we can't be out all the time, how do we do that? Figuring out time management, how we're going to work, how we're still going to meet people. This business can work for you in your part-time, in your full-time, but it can't work for you in your spare time, because who has spare time? Does anyone have spare time?
No.
No, right? So you have to figure out when it's going to work for you. And this is all about time management and figuring out the best way for you to work your business. Okay, number 11. I'm almost done already. This was fast. If it were easy, it wouldn't be called fishing. It'd be called catching. I'm going to say that one again. If it were easy, it wouldn't be called fishing. It'd be called catching. You know, I love Nike's slogan. They say, just do it, right? Well, in this business, I want you to just do it. But that doesn't mean you're going to be successful. This business is work and it takes consistency. And sometimes you have to be a little gritty and get through the not so great times. But you can be very successful if you work your business. And a lot of that has to do with, the time management, setting the goals, reaching new people. Number 12, fishing is fun, right? It's a hobby. I don't think fishing is fun. This business, I think this business is fun, right? And so if this is your career, this is your part-time gig, if this is your hobby, it should be fun. And it's definitely more fun with other people. That's why I think a lot of you joined, right? Because it's so fun to hang out with people. So find your fun in it too. Is it that you have so much fun at vendor events? Is it because you have so much fun connecting with people? Find your fun again. What is it about this business that makes it fun for you? Okay, so we got to get our lines in the water. Hopefully we're in the water. We're moving our boats and we're going to have a little determination and hard work. And we're going to keep growing and keep fishing, because you don't know when the next one isn't going to be that one customer that changes your entire business. I don't know if you guys have ever experienced that, but I can literally think back to one customer, Carla Von Koning, that changed my entire leg of my business. She led me to so many people, and you don't know when that one person like that is going to be that line you pull next. So that's all I had for you today. Does anybody have questions? Is one of them sticking out to you like as something that you want to focus on?
I loved that. It does not make me want to fish in the water, but it does make me want to go fish in my business.
I loved, Emily, that you said, like, sometimes we can't necessarily get out to the boat, right? If you have a full-time job, but you can do it from the side of the pier, off the pier, right? So to speak. And I loved it wouldn't be called fishing, it'd be called catching, right? If people were just throwing things at us and we just had to catch it, right? It would be called catching. So I love that. It was awesome.
Yeah, me too.
I like how, I'm sorry, go ahead, Tammy.
I just like the fact that, and it's like, I'm going to do it in my spare time. I started this to do it in my spare, but no, you don't have spare time. It's my part-time. And that's, I've actually started referring to it as my part-time job instead of something I was doing in my spare time, because there is no spare time.
So I heard that, oh my gosh, it has to be 15 years ago from, his name's Tom Barrett. He's an incredible speaker, motivational speaker. His book, I think, is called Dare to Win. And that has stuck with me my entire journey, because everyone says, like, when I have more time, you're never going to have more time. Because if this is a priority, we make time for it, right? If we really want something, then we're going to make time for it. Even if you are on the side of the pier or on the side, even if you're not able to do it 100% like you'd like to, if you make time for it, it can work, but you have to have time for it. I think you have to touch your business every day. Even if it's only 10 minutes a day, you have to touch your business every day.
And I think too, sometimes you find moments that you didn't think you would have. So like when I go to a doctor's appointment and they're running late and I'm sitting in the thing for 20 minutes, instead of like playing games on my phone, I'll just start scheduling posts and reaching out to people on my messenger. Like, hey, I saw that you ordered that latest line. What did you think of it? Isn't it fabulous? What was your favorite one? What one really surprised you? And just reach out during that, because that's extra time that I wasn't counting on, that was like a gift.
Okay, so that's number 13. You totally added, Carolyn. That's take your gear with you, right? We got to take our gear with us all the time. So you know what? If work gets canceled, I can go out fishing, right? I think that's
Yeah.
amazing. That was a great add-on. I love that.
Well, no,
Yeah.
I got that from Dina because the one thing that I love that Dina said really early on in one of her trainings was, this is a business I can run from my phone. And we are all attached to our phones, and you can schedule, you can check your stuff, you can check in with your team, you can check on your customers like, hey, I just want to make sure you saw that latest thing because there were 2 shades that I was like, screamed your name. That takes, seconds. And if you've got the time, like I got in a traffic jam the other day and I was like, oh my God, this is so boring. And I just whipped out my phone and just started scheduling posts like, okay, I'm going to do something productive because if I just sit here, I'm going to drive myself crazy.
I liked how you said number 9, like you can have all the gear, or you can just do it very simply, have the kite. And I think that we get so caught up in like, I got to do it the way she's doing it. I have to be successful. That whole comparison trap. And I think instead of just doing it the way that we can do it ourselves and bring it back to fun, bring it back to where we're just having fun with it and like doing it within how we can get it done in the time that we have. I think I love that.
Yeah.
Well, I keep hearing everywhere, not just here, that you need to know your customer. And that's very hard for me because I don't know. So maybe that's something I need to learn how to do, is figure out who my ideal customer is, because I keep hearing that. So it's obviously something I'm missing.
Well, even just surveying the customers you have, figuring out what they love, what their interests are, what their, figure out who the customers you have now, what they love, what they like, and that's going to help you know better who else to attract to your business.
Wait, what did I
Stop.
do?
That's good.
And I love number 7 too, when you said you can chum the water to catch the fish, but you need to focus on which fish you want to attract. And I think sometimes we get so caught up with, oh, they're doing that. That's really cool. I'm going to do that too. And then all of a sudden you've got everyone the same. I think what, like one of the things that I first learned from watching so many trainings was you've got to work what you're about, because they can shop Color Street from anyone. They're coming to you because they like you. So what do they like about you? Give them you, not what this person's doing that's successful and what this person's doing that's successful.
That's true.
Okay, well, I'm so honored that you asked me to be a part of your meeting tonight, and I'll let you guys get on with your night, but I can't wait to see how many fish you catch this next month, right? How many customers, how many hostesses, how many new enrollments. And I hope that the one you really, really take to heart is to have the fun, because you know what, this business is fun. And there are going to be days where you feel like your ship is, today I had to say this is a great way to end it. I had just on a call, we all had to say if we could have lunch with anybody, any famous person who we picked. And I picked Dolly Parton because she has literally my favorite quotes. And I think she's just such an inspirational woman. And one of my favorite quotes by her is, let's make sure I can say it. You can't direct the wind, but you can change the sails. Right?
Yeah.
That's on a bulletin board in my classroom.
Isn't it such a good one? Like, it's so
My
true
favorite
though, you
quote.
guys. And we can make excuses for everything and we can complain about stuff, but in reality, all we can control is what we can control, right? And so what you can control is finding new customers, having a great attitude, making great connections like you are with your team, showing up and having fun, right? Finding the fun in this, because this is fun. You guys get to do such an amazing, cool business. So finding that joy and just enjoying it. So thanks again for having me though. This was great. So
Thank you so
for
much.
coming.
Emily.
It was amazing.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Oh my God.
Thanks,
For those of
friends.
you going to conference,
so
I'm
much,
sure you
Emily.
get to meet Emily in person in conference.
Yes.
Definitely. Yep. I will see you there. So bye guys.
Bye.
Bye.
I am.
Bye, Emily.
All right, those were great analogies. I love that. I tried to get as much written down and I'll type it up for people and post it because I thought that was a great analogy she did. And perfect things to live by for the business, especially coming into summer. It's a
Yeah.
good thing to have. All right, you guys, we got lots more to talk about. So I'm going to share my screen. And Dina's, well, let me try this. Okay. Dina is going, let me see if this works. Okay, do you guys see that?
Yes.
Well, my glasses. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
So one thing, this is my first time. Some of these are translated into French, but some of them, if they have graphics, I can't touch a graphic. So
Yeah.
I did the best that I could for our French speaking stylists. And as far as I know, we don't have any that are strictly Spanish, but we do have quite a few that are predominantly French. So hopefully this will help people who are on the call that are French. I saw Marie on here, or people rewatching. All right. Go
Thanks,
ahead.
Debbie.
Yeah.
Hi, everybody. Okay, I'm going to go through announcements pretty quickly. We have so many exciting things to share in April. This is an epic month, starting with our host special of these 2 cuticle balms. A lot of people they leave one in their purse, one at home, one in their desk drawer, one in their, nail caboodle. And these are incredible. It's the April host special. When a party hits 150, they can earn the 2 of these. The balms are awesome for the cuticles. They are $9.99 US or $13.50 Canadian. What some people do is when they're prompted to add it to their order and it says, do you want to pay for this amount? They'll click OK, and then they'll delete one of their packs of polish and get their host special for free. So this is a great host special, and we have the best hostess rewards. I'll typically throw in a pack of polish as a thank you for the hostess, plus their rewards. And they can now, if you have somebody who already has a lot of polish, they can now get the cheek collection, the nail care line, and the lip collection for their hostess rewards as well. So we've got so much to offer hostesses. Okay, the next thing is the PV or personal volume incentive. Anytime Color Street offers an incentive, I am all over it. I want the highest incentive that they're offering because it really does move your business forward and then gives you a little extra as a reward. So this month of April, if a stylist sells 500 in PV, they are getting 3 packs of the summer 2-finger testers. So hitting PV will help somebody hit their jump start. Hitting 500 PV will help them hit their jump start if they're a new stylist. It will also get a stylist another point for the Jamaica trip if people are working towards level 1 or level 2. And this is the last month to earn the trip. And so, of course, then the commissions as well. Hitting 800 PV will get 3 packs of the 2-finger tester and a pack of the summer catalogs. So we are almost midway through the month. Plenty of time to hit these goals with personal volume. And the summer twosies are incredible. I haven't seen them yet, but I'm sure they will be incredible because the polish is all so beautiful. And then, today we heard about these Mother's Day bundles and this polish set. This is a huge surprise. This was absolutely fantastic. The bundle launches tomorrow, $50, $50 US, and then $67.50 Canadian. So the new and improved hand lotion that is scent free, the 4-sided buffer, the case, the file that's in the case, the pomegranate cuticle oil, the lip primer, and then the pack of polish, which is the princess cut. My daughter is wearing that, and it is absolutely stunning. And then, of course, it comes in the pink makeup bag. This is a fantastic gift for anyone, including I plan on grabbing one. These are great value. It's all the things that are perfect for a mani, a pedi, and I always love a nice cosmetic bag, and we can use those cosmetic bags for so much of our other products as well. A great gift. And also there is the Mother's Day polish set as well. So that's super exciting.
I'm kind of flipping through like partway through your talk with the French.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
French
that's
people, if you want to screenshot it too.
Yeah, if you want to screenshot any of these, I went through even for the bundle and found the things that I had. And then I'm going to go live in my VIP group to showcase, you know, so if you don't have these, that's totally fine. But I'd happen to have all of these things. I don't have the actual pack, but I'm just going to show a regular pack. Okay, I love a join special. This is incredible. They have totally set us up for success for this month of April with 2 different ways to join. Some people might want to join with the digital kit, which is $29 US or 39 Canadian. Such a steal because maybe somebody has polish. Maybe somebody just wants to give it a try without a tangible actual kit. This is a perfect way to get that going. And then of course, for another $50 with the actual kit, they can join for $79 US or 107 Canadian and get the polish, the twosies, the lipstick, the cheek collection, the tote, the cuticle oil, the hand lotion, all of the things. So what I like to do is grab my tote bag and I try to gather all the things to show the kit. And then I love to go live in my VIP group, in my beauty socials, on my regular Facebook page, and really showcase the value, the opportunity, and the potential. I mean, I try to share at least once a week in my VIP group. But as a month, now we're midway through, I'll probably start doing this twice a week. And then I'm always messaging my previous hostesses. Anytime somebody's buying, and I have a conversation, a follow-up in my messenger, I am messaging and sharing about this join special. If it's been over 6 months and there's been a former hostess and she might be reconsidering as we're expanding our company geographically and we're expanding our products, this is a perfect time to join anytime there's an expansion. So this special is incredible and such a great savings. Okay, I love the subscription boxes. I am a huge fan and I absolutely love this May theme of the tropical garden party. People can subscribe through the month of April to get their May box. My goal is to get 2 new subscribers a month. I have not had a new subscriber for this month, but I am working hard to still hit my goal with these last few weeks of April. So anybody who buys from me, anybody in my VIP group, hostesses, anyone in parties, I am constantly sharing about the subscription box. I'm sharing how these are exclusive sets. I'm showing them my polish. I'm doing an open boxing of the subscription box that I have. These are incredible. My ultimate goal, and it might take a year or 2 to get there, is to have 20 subscribers. Because, sometimes they might take a month off. So I'm constantly looking for new subscribers. And ultimately, like I said, it might take time. I would like to get 20 subscribers to start my month really strong with PV, personal volume. So anytime anybody compliments my nails or is talking about how much they love Color Street and how much they love the polish, I'm sharing the exclusivity of our subscription box. We cannot talk about it enough. It is the coolest thing. It is such high value. So much is coming in these boxes, and the boxes are getting better and better each month, if that's even possible. Okay. Lastly, the social media calendar. This is incredible. If you are feeling like, I don't know what to post, I don't know what to say, screenshot this, use this. This is unbelievable because it's giving you a ton of variety and it's not just Color Street. We want to sprinkle in other things. So I love the one for April 15th, post a spring cleaning hack. Everyone loves to share tips. Everyone loves life hacks. I love where it says next Sunday, do a get ready with me, where you're now showing, you know, maybe you're putting on the lipstick, you're putting on your cheek collection, your highlighter, your bronzer, and you're talking as you're getting ready, going live. I love where it's sharing Wear It Wednesday. So it's giving you a ton of variety. It's crossing everything from Color Street to personal things, asking for engagement, getting input. So using this social media calendar, you can schedule out your posts. So like we were talking earlier, if you're busy, you've got things going on, if you're in the waiting room, you can use this calendar to schedule your entire month and get your posts set. But it's just a fantastic way to help you stay well-rounded in your VIP group and then also even in your parties.
Hey, Dina, we have a couple of people asking where this came from. Was this in our Beautifully Polished? I just want to make sure that you saw those comments.
Well, it was in the slideshow they gave us, and I remember one month they posted it in our leader group, but I do not remember seeing it in the leader group this month.
I'll check right now. I'm pretty sure it was sent in one of our Monday newsletters.
Was it newsletter? Okay, I was going to say I can easily get it out of here and screenshot it and put it in the group.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm thinking it was only in the deck though. Do you think?
Well, in the past, it's been given to us, but I don't remember it
Okay.
given to us till it was in the deck this month. I wonder if they post it in the stylist group. Let me look there too.
It's a really good one. And there's
That same thing
others
is-
floating. Yeah, thank you,
Yeah,
April.
we have other ones that I posted
Yeah.
in the group, but I have posted this one in the past because we've gotten it in our leader group. But I do not remember it in our leader group this month.
This is a really good one.
It is. I was reading them. I think
Yeah.
So it's time to make sure that everybody screenshots it now, since nobody's not sure where it comes from.
I'll be
screenshotted
sure
it.
I post it too, because this does have some really good ones. The one of them that I share has just strictly like the the national days on it.
Yeah.
And then I switched the other calendar to the daily ones, but these are fun. These are really fun ones they have.
And they're diverse with,
Yeah.
Color Street and then not Color Street.
Yeah, I like them.
Yeah.
So I'll make sure I get it posted. And
Awesome.
and we'll see. I don't see it in the stylist group. So you would think they would put it not just in the PowerPoint that we're given, because not everybody does the PowerPoint that they give us. But,
Right.
all right.
Okay.
That was your last
was-
one, right, Dina?
That was the last one. Thanks, friend.
Thank you. I appreciate it, Dina.
Thank you.
All right. So everybody, many of us leaders, the silver leaders and up, have been invited by Color Street to do this training the last 3 weeks. Then we have this week, and then next week is a Q&A. And it's been with Becky Launder, who's part of Modern Direct Seller. I put her website on here too. Color Street has paid for her. Years ago, Color Street was paying a different gal, Sherry McAllister, who a lot of us were trained with, and she has since retired. And I love that they've invested back into another direct seller. So she's been really fun to listen to the past few weeks. So her training that I'm going to do tonight is a lot, mostly from actually last week, because I probably got the most out of last week's training of the three, I would say. But there are touch points from the past 2 weeks that I'm going to mention that tie into this week's too. And you've seen some of these, if you've been following the daily challenges, they've been weaved into the daily challenges as well. So if you want to screenshot her name, look into her. I know she has like a whole direct seller group you can join, and she has some freebie things out there. So there is some stuff we were able to get to as Color Street people. So anyways, she's been pretty fun to listen to. So one thing, and this is, you'll see we have the graphic for this in our page as well. It was one up with one of our daily challenges. She challenges you to do the ABCs of business. So these are 3 just simple ways to think of your business and things that you could do each day. One would be active selling. Active selling meaning having a conversation with somebody. It does not mean posting something. And not to say don't post something, but that's more of a passive way. Active is actually having a conversation, whether it's email or text or a direct message, some way that you are reaching out to a specific person, not just in a post. All right. That is active selling. So each day do some active selling. Each day building relationships. All right. Every day you're building relationships, and then content, working on content. And we'll talk a little bit more about that. Content that isn't just willy-nilly something you're putting out there. For sure, sometimes I just put things out there, but other times my brain is always thinking, and there's usually, even if it looks like it's just a family picture, let's say, I typically have a reason behind it. So it's figuring out content that really works to help market you in your business. Let me see if I can move my own screen. Hang on. Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh, here we are in the French version too. Marie, am I going too fast for the for you guys? Because I didn't switch that soon enough. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
Okay.
I think I'm the only one I speak French and I understand English, so it's okay.
Okay. Okay, good. All right. So some of these, I have some of these pulled out of Her Talk to Us, so I could not adapt them into French. I could only change the ones that I typed up into French. So, all right. So let me ask you, do you ever have the feeling that you're stuck in selling to the same customers over and over again? I have heard from people on our team, I can't get anyone to buy. No one in my VIP group is buying anymore. None of my friends and family are buying anymore. Well, I think you know why that is, right? Because we always need new customers. We can't always rely on the same people. Our VIP group is wonderful, but we need to be adding people to it. At some point, those customers have a bunch of nails, and at some point they're going to hold off until they go through some of them, or unless there's that one that really, really stands out. At some point, our family might have enough too. At some point, you may have someone that decides they want to go back to the salon for a bit, and then they may come back to you. At some point, you may have a customer who's been your diehard customer, but guess what? A family member or a friend who's closer to them starts selling, and naturally, out of obligation to that person, they're going to choose them. All of these things happen. All of them have happened to me. All of them will probably happen to you if you're in it long enough. It just is what it is. It's what the business is. You have a friend that signs up, and so then some of your friends go to them instead of to you. It just is what it is. So this is the reason we always want to bring new people in the business. Just like a store can't rely on the same people all the time, because we all know very few of us are have one store loyalty, right? We shop for a store, but then we also shop for sales and discounts and what things people have to offer. So we're kind of in that same boat. So we always need to be bringing new people in. All right. So that means we need to be making new connections all the time in our business. So we're going to talk a little bit about getting out of your circle, identifying, and who was it? Tammy, I think you said who your ideal customer is. We'll talk a bit about that. So identifying who that person is, and then where are you going to get your next customer? We have to be, and that goes into your A and your B, which means you're actively selling and you're building relationships, fall into what we're about to talk about. As you're building these relationships with current customers and new people to be potential customers, then you will be working on doing that active selling with them as you're working and talking with them. Okay, so we have here this circle, right? We all have different people in our lives. We all have friends and family, and we have acquaintances. So if you look at this circle, typically the fastest way for you to grow and grow your network is starting with your family and friends, which is why right when people sign up, we tell them to have a launch party, right? We encourage you to have a launch party and 4 more parties set up right away with friends and family. So in your launch party, you're inviting all your friends to tell and your family to tell them about your new business. They know you, they like you, they trust you. I don't want to say they're an easier sale because sometimes they're a harder sale, but oftentimes they're going to follow you. They're going to trust that if you love this, they're probably going to love it. They're going to come, they're going to buy. Some of them may buy it and they may go in a drawer and they may never open it. Some of them are going to open it and it's going to be the greatest thing ever. So it just depends, but start with family and friends. And I know a lot of you out there, or many of you will say, I don't want to go to my family and friends. I don't want to seem pushy to them. I want to go right away to brand new people. And you can, but then you've skipped over a whole bunch of people that would be in your court helping you and helping you also get to your next tiers and work your way out. So if you start with your friends and family, right? Then you go to your in-network connect acquaintances. So maybe it's not your closest friends, but it's maybe like someone that you're in a group with, pickleball or a book club or a church group, or maybe you're acquaintances with them at your job, but you don't know them well. Those are the people that kind of go into your next, they're not your closest people, but the next ring out. I don't know if you guys have heard of a chicken list. So who is on that chicken list? Who are those people that you're not quite close enough to talk to, and you're actually scared to reach out to because you feel, no way, they're too much of a polish. They go to the salon. No way, they only buy. I mean, I have friends like that I think, I see how they dress. I see what kind of stuff they wear. They're never going to want to put this kind of nail polish on. Well, you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised at the people that have signed up to sell nail polish that have all sorts of professions that you never would have dreamed would have liked our polish. So again, it goes to that, don't judge people just by if you think they have enough money. Jackie, I might mute you. Is that you?
Oh, yeah, sorry, Deb.
That's okay. So don't judge people by their clothes, by their looks, by what you think they're going to do, because you never know. Someone may do this not because they need the money, but because they need something for themselves. People may start wearing the polish. They could afford to go to the salon, but honestly, they don't want to take the time and they don't really care about spending money on that. So that chicken list are those people in that in-network acquaintances. Then we also have friends of your family and friends, or friends of your customers. So now let's say you have a beauty bar. You have your launch party with your friends and family. You have 4 more nail bars or beauty bars with 4 of your friends. They invite their friends. You are now getting into their network. And that's what happens is you slowly ripple out, and then soon you'll get to your first party where you literally did not know anyone before Color Street. To me, that's when the real fun begins, because then it just is like this whole exciting thing of a brand new group of people that you've never been connected to, that you're now connected to because of Color Street. I was at not a Color Street event last week, but a bingo night. And I had 3 different people come up to me because I've sold Color Street to them through some of the people that are at this event. And they came up because they're still reliable customers after 3 years. So you just never know who you're going to meet and what friendships you're going to build. So that's why if you dismiss that inner circle of family and friends, then you're dismissing the friends that they could connect you to. Referrals are huge. So if your friends and family trust you, they're going to be willing to pass your name on to somebody else. So make sure you're having things like a referral program and different ways to tell people to pass your name on. And then of course, our farthest one out is people, brand new connections, right? And again, if you do a beauty bar, you are eventually going to get to people, if you keep doing them or doing vending events. Most of your vending events are brand new connections, whether online or in person. Those are going to get you the brand new people that that you're going to also need to have. All right, so it's important to move through all of these rings. And you know, it's never too late. If you were too scared to go to family and friends, it's never too late to go back to them. You know, I still have friends that don't do it. It's not too late. When the lip products came out, I reached out to a bunch of my friends who don't wear the polish, but they were willing to try the lip products. And the same may hold true with cheap products. So just because friends and family weren't buying it before doesn't mean that they're done forever.
Well, and I want to intrude here a minute.
Yeah,
And
please.
Dina told me this, and this really helped me, or actually she didn't tell me, I watched her do it. Every time she goes to a family event, she doesn't ask them to buy anything. She's just putting it on them and sharing. And you know what? I have family members that I didn't want to ask to buy, but I did that. And now they're like, oh my gosh, I love it. I'm going to tell everybody to come get this stuff. And then they're buying for me, or they're using the cheek blush, or they're using the lipstick. And it was because I did that with my family.
Yes.
I didn't
it's a
ask them to
great
buy.
idea.
So if you don't want them to buy, that's okay. Then share with them.
Yep. It's a great way, or a girls' weekend if you're going with friends. Bring a couple sets of polish that can go around to quite a few people.
Yeah, because
Oftentimes when you're willing to give that, it comes back to you.
yeah. Well, one of
Yeah,
my biggest customers came from a girls' weekend. I decided to do that. I shared it with a couple of girls over there, and I have one girl that can't rave enough about it.
Yeah, because remember, even if they don't buy it, it doesn't mean they won't pass your name on to someone else or buy it as a gift for somebody. So
Yes.
don't just dismiss someone because they're not the person who's going to be buying from you. You don't know where that can lead. So thanks, Tammy.
You're welcome.
Okay, so who is your ideal customer? You know, it's something to think about is, you know, what does your ideal customer look like? Are you targeting that teenager? Are you targeting the over 50, a mom with young kids, someone that loves outside, someone that likes to shop, someone that loves social platforms, maybe someone that loves to put makeup on? I did put a picture of a guy there because some of us do sell the guys. So he's over there painting his toenails. You know, some men do paint, especially the younger generation. You'll see a lot of them doing black nail polish. So what does your ideal customer look like? Something to think about. And you heard Emily say it, oftentimes your ideal customer ends up being like you. So like for me, I'm over 50. I don't want to just attract over 50-year-olds, but I also know I don't have the social media presence or the personality to necessarily be grabbing the 20-year-olds. You know, I see what my daughter is interested in, and I see what the stuff they watch. I could get her to maybe do some videos for me that then would attract some of her friends. So I know where my bubble kind of is. It's more of a 35 on up. And I'm not saying I wouldn't love to get teenagers. I just know I don't have necessarily the skills of what they're looking for, that in my social media marketing would be geared towards them. So for example, I went and did makeup application in my VIP group, and I will do it. I'm going to post a TikTok on it too, but I know the way I apply makeup is going to be different than the way a 19-year-old applies makeup, because I'm doing it highlighting in different places to hide different things on my face and stuff, and putting contour in different places. So anyways, figure out who that person is. What are their attributes? What's your target customer? Are they a bargain shopper? Do they shop online? Are they a DIY person? You know, figure out who that is. And the importance of that, let me switch to the importance of that is then when you're generating graphics and you're making posts and you're doing things, you're going to be targeting an audience that is going to be following you, right? You're going to be hitting on people that you, again, are pulling in, and they're going to keep wanting to see more from you. There's this gal I watch on, oh my gosh, I love her. Oh gosh, if I could think of her name, on Instagram, because she is the funniest thing, and all she does is swear about her kids, them effing kids. Anyone follow her?
No,
Um,
that sounds funny.
Oh, she's just funny. And yeah, anyways, like I'll keep following her because she puts out funny content and she's like saying funny things about what her little kids do. So again, people will follow you when they start to like to see what you're putting out there. Okay, so with those new connections, 3 ways to get new connections: networking, getting out of your house, which a lot of us still don't want to do, and creating content. That was a little photo shoot that I was doing with Amanda Thomas's husband for my portfolio. And then Darlene was there before me. So we got to get the cutest shot of the 3 of us. And then Amanda joined my shot. So I got to get some good business shots too with her in them with me. So that was pretty fun. All right, there's my French version. I wish I could make myself look French in the picture. Okay, so networking. I love this. And again, this was in one of our graphics. When you're networking with people, you can follow this 3-3-3 rule. I love it that that Becky taught us in the training. So think of doing 3 reach outs. This is what Emily referred to too, that if you did these just on weekdays, you'd have, what was it, 2,400 some. If you did it every day, it's around 6,000, or I mean, 3,000 connections throughout the year. So think of every day, if you were to just send a message, and again, this could be your active selling or building relationships, to 3 current customers, 3 future customers, people who could be your customers, and 3 future teammates. That would not take you long. Like Carol Ann said, she's sitting at a stoplight. She could get, boom, her 3 current customer follow-ups done right then and there. Maybe you're going to reach out to somebody because for 3 different people about the Mother's Day bundle. Maybe you're going to reach out to a husband, a friend who you know their mom may like it, and you know, a current customer, and tell them all about the Mother's Day thing special coming out. There you go. It could be a future customer. It could be it could be a current customer, and you never know if one of those would turn into a teammate. But if you did 9 reach outs a day, how many connections you would have. So that is one great way to think of your networking and to think of building relationships. You can join Facebook or Instagram, different groups where you're providing value in those groups. If you're in them, okay, that doesn't mean necessarily anything's going to happen, but if you are commenting and posting, so choose a group that you have vested interest in. I love do-it-yourself stuff. I'm in some do-it-yourself groups. I'm in the Michigan State Parents group. You know, go into groups that you have a vested interest in so you can add some content in there and make comments. Air fryer. I love my air fryer. I joined an air fryer group. Some people are in dog groups. Find something that interests you, mom groups, so you can have content to add to it. Then following and interacting with your ideal customers on social platforms. So again, if I know my Instagram, I'm followed more by teenagers. It's a lot of my friends' daughters or my daughter's friends. I know on Facebook, those are where my customers are coming from right now. I would love to get more on through Instagram, but I just don't have the followers there for it yet. I get way more people on Facebook. I know so I know what content I'm placing in each area. So, and I know which people I'm going to be spending more time interacting with. I'm going to interact with people that, you know, are watching my stuff more, that are in that, again, that ideal customer idea that I have. Participating in vendor events. Again, a great way to network. You get a whole bunch of new people typically. And then you could do collaborations in an online community. So maybe you and one of your friends is doing something and you could work together. You know, you might say, it might be you posting how you love her well, no, we do lip gloss now. Might be you saying you love her candles, and then maybe she's going to say something about yours, you know, some type of a collaboration together where you know, you're promoting what they're doing, they're promoting, like, okay, so my friend owns a boutique and I've collaborated with her before where she wears my nail polish in her lives when she sells, and I put some of her clothes on in my VIP group for this or that. So which set of nail polish would you wear? Like, that was a great collaboration I did with her. Okay, here's my French version. Okay, so I know one of the biggest struggles people have is I just don't know what to say when they're talking with people. So you can take pictures of these. Here's just some easy connections of when you're trying to make these initial reach outs. And you get a new follower. Easy. Thank you so much for the follow. A new person friends you on Facebook. Instead of just accepting it, reach back out and say, hey, thanks so much for the friend request. You know, I'm looking forward to getting to know you more. If it's someone you don't know, or if it's someone you did know, it could be looking forward to reconnecting again. If they come in your group, if they're new to your VIP group, or maybe you have a different type of group, welcome to the group. I'm so happy you're here and excited to support you. Or maybe you're in a group, some type of a group together that in, you know, like I don't know, some type of group where you can say, I'm excited to get to know you, to support you with whatever business they're doing. Love what you're doing with your blank. I'd love to brainstorm how we might collaborate. Would you be up for a quick conversation? So maybe in a group, you see someone who's, I don't know, selling some type of hair or something, and maybe you think you could make a good collaboration with hair and makeup. Or maybe they're selling some type of rings and you think, hey, maybe we could collab, and it could be something, you know, your rings would look great with my nail polish, something like that. How much fun are you having if you're doing like an online vendor event? How much fun are you having? I'm Debbie, just want to pop in and say hi. I hope you're doing well. Sometimes those online vendor events, I've had some with some sales and I've had others where there is zero. So one big thing in those online vending events is getting to know the other vendors and getting to know, just doing random reach outs to some of the people in the group as well. Because that oftentimes, and I think you've learned it too, if you've done in-person vending events, it's a great idea to get to know other vendors, because they sometimes will tell you about other events coming up. They sometimes love getting your product and they're willing to trade, or they want a new stylist. Maybe there's quit. I've been hearing a lot lately of, oh, my stylist quit, I need a new one. So that is happening, especially once they did that, you know, the big flush of people that hadn't put sales in, the big purge. So always reach out and get to know the other vendors. I love what you're sharing. I also share the love for blank. So it could, let's say you're in a dog group. Oh my gosh, I love that you shared a picture of your lab. I also have a lab. It's my favorite dog. It has nothing to do with nail polish. Again, these things don't happen overnight. These are conversations that over time, then you might be chatting with them. Then again, they may friend you on Facebook, then they may see what you're doing. So it's not necessarily instant connections and instant sales. It's the building relationships. It was great to connect with you in blank. I saw you comment about blank and I thought I'd drop you a quick note to say, boom. I mean, I've done that about multiple things, about restaurants or people asking questions on fixing things or all sorts of things, that you could comment and just give them a tip of what you've done or share again, because you're in a group where you are interested in it. So it's easy for you to find a connection. I love your last post. Can I share it? People love when their stuff is shared. So instead of just sharing it, do that reach out and say, can I share it, to start a conversation going. I have to ask, would you be interested in connecting? I'd love to share blank with my followers. Then she'd be like, your followers, because you sound kind of official, right? And then she may be curious. Then she may go to your page to see what you're sharing and then start scrolling through and seeing what you have in your Facebook or Instagram. I was just thinking how much our products complement each other. Perhaps we could brainstorm and we could better support each other. And I like that so much more. I don't know if you guys have experienced the person who says, you know, if you buy this, I'll buy your kid. Or if you buy, I mean, they're like trying to trade, like, if you sign up to be my preferred customer, I'll buy your kid, or I'll buy this from you. I'd much rather work together, and if you're already selling something, great, sell it, and let's work together to do something instead of this whole kit swapping or something. Because again, for us, a kit swap doesn't do any good unless they're signing up to be like to get the subscription box. But we don't have a preferred customer where every month they have to be ordering $45 or something. So for us, if they buy a kit and do nothing, it does not do anything for us. That is not a good trade-off for you, but it could be a good trade-off if you're working with someone else and you're both referring, you know, you are referring them to this Scentsy person, and that Scentsy person is referring you to anyone who wants Color Street. Now that's a way better way to use your time. Thank you for sharing, Blank. I found it so helpful, valuable, thoughtful, funny, whatever it is. Just those little conversation starters. Start making them in the different groups you're in. Okay. Do I have any questions so far? Or if there's questions in the chat, hopefully you guys, the other leaders, are taking care of them, because I don't even see a chat because I have the full screen on. Okay, so number 2, one was networking to get new customers. Okay, so you're doing all those types of conversations. Number 2 is getting out of your house. All right. So many of us since COVID love staying at home. Get back involved with your community, join groups, join, you know, church groups, groups with your kids, exercise groups. Those things you used to do, if you're not doing them anymore, I encourage you to do them again. It gets you around new people. Pop-up and vendor events, always great ways to get out of the house and to be social. Being just regular social, going out and doing things and connecting with people. Maybe it's a marketing or a networking group. Maybe it's just like joining, like running with other people, going to the beach with other people, taking a cooking class, taking an art class, going out for a wine night, going out for a bingo night. Any of those things where you are connecting with people. If you have found that you have backed out of those, I naturally have backed out of some just because so many of them were tied up in my kids, in my involvement with my kids. And when they both left for college, I didn't have some of those social groups anymore. So now I have to rejoin things to get myself back out there and find different communities. So sometimes it happens just naturally, but other times since COVID, we've pulled ourselves out of them. So I highly encourage you to get back out of the house and get around people. And if you have a hard time, then just go to Starbucks or go in public and work once in a while. Stuff your sample packs at a table at Starbucks or at McDonald's. And then if someone's nearby, strike up a conversation with them. I have sampled people in all those places, actually. You can bring that and then make it. I know Jackie and I one time met at a restaurant, so we could meet and then be in a public place in our meeting and strike up the conversation with other people. Okay, the final one is creating content. When you're making your content, like I said, make it count. All right. So when you're thinking of what to do, you want to make sure you have a call to action. So when Becky that day before she taught us, she went through different Color Street people's social media and saw how many people did not have a call to action, which I'll talk about some call to actions after this. Offer a freebie, you know, free Tuesday if we're allowed to offer Tuesdays free. We can't offer polish packs for free on a post, but you could offer a Tuesday. You could offer, you know, a nail file, something like that. Maybe it's going to be download blank, download my YouTube video, download my application for download my video to see how you apply, download my video on my top 10 reasons why I love my business, you know, whatever it is. Opt in. If you have some type of a thing they could opt into? Could it be opt in to join my referral group? Could be opt in if you have some type of, if you pay for one of the things that send messages out to everybody. Maybe it could be opt into something like that, or inviting someone to an open conversation. I'd love to hear from you. Message me if you want more information on. I'd love to chat with you. Message me if you want to chat. Something like that, but give them a call to action. There's my French version of it. Okay, so here are some calls to action. Shop here. Of course, you want to give them your link, right? DM me to learn more at. Snag this set here. So don't just show them the nail fee, tell them where they could get it. Comment nails for a free Tuesday. Comment nails for an invite to my customer group where I'm having a drawing. We're allowed to say things like that. Message me at, now I don't know this m.me/username. She does that. I have not done that before. To get my blank. So whatever you would want to give them. Get my blank here. Get my fabulous tips here. Get my top 10 beauty hints, my top 10 makeup application secrets, my top 10, my top 3 nail polish sets, whatever you want to tell them. For a sneak peek of what is new, comment new. For personal recommendations, message me. So those are all different ways at the end of just posting a nail fee to give them more so they can follow up with you. I just loved those. All right, now these, again, I have not used this m.me, so I don't know if anyone here has, and I'm just giving you what she gave us, and I did not. So I have not done that. Has anybody here done that? And Project Broadcast is another one of those companies that you can send a message and it goes out to multiple people. Like if you subscribe to something like that. I personally still subscribe to one called Shuffle, but it doesn't go out to multiple people. It's still one-on-one. So I think that's what the m.me, whatever the username would be is, but I can't speak on that one. Set up a conversational auto reply on Facebook business page. So if they were to go into your direct message, then you set up the reply that spins something right back to them. Jen Sheets is really good at that. She has that on all of her social media things, that if you reply to her, it's going to give you that auto reply back. And you can make it fun. It could be, out putting my nail polish, out putting polish on people. I'll get back with you as soon as I can. I mean, you can be fun about it. It doesn't have to be all serious business stuff. Okay, so she gave some great examples of, so you say, okay, you want new customers, but how does it, like from beginning to end, what does it look like? So I'm going to give you 5 different examples here of what the stages might be from when you first, where you'd meet them and how they might get their order. So let's say you do a vending event. Okay, so you do a vending event, you get a lead from the vending event. Or let's say it's an online vending event. So you have a person's name. So you comment on a post. Then you might send them one of those conversation starters in a personal message. One of the ones that we were talking about. You might invite them to your Facebook group then to come and check out your community of, maybe maybe your community talks about something this person's interested in. That person may be lurking in your group. Maybe they haven't done anything yet. So maybe you're going to then send them a personal message to shop from a stash sale you're having. And then that's how you might get them to place your first order. There it is in French. Okay, so you might get a Facebook group lead. So maybe, you know, you're in a Facebook group. So you're in this mom's group. So you post in the mom community group, you're gonna post something. And again, if you're in that group, like hopefully you're going through the same things in life, right? If I was in a group with a bunch of young moms, I would be able to give what I used to do, but not what I could currently do. So again, choose something that you could relate to. So post in that mom community group. Then maybe you're going to say, hey, I saw your post in the moms group. So maybe you're going to send them a personal message to learn more about them. Hey, I saw in that moms group, you posted that, I don't know, your baby's not sleeping through the night. I'm struggling with this too. What have you been doing? You know, it doesn't have to be something you're posting in the actual group, but get it out into that side message group. So it's just you and them one-on-one, and build that relationship with them. And then now this says followed up with a link, but you're not going to do that yet. I mean, unless your initial reach out was about nail polish or makeup or Color Street, at first just build that relationship and just chat with them for a while of the thing you have in common. So it all depends on what you're messaging them. But depending how many times you go back and forth, then eventually it might be that you sell Color Street and that you're going to follow up with the link and they can place your first order. All right. Hey, Dar, will you read this one? I got to grab my plug. My computer's going to die. Am I putting you on the spot?
She left.
Oh, I thought that was her just now. Hey, Tammy, you want to read it?
I don't care.
Okay, go ahead.
Alrighty. Path to getting new customers. Instagram leads. Engage with your IG story, which is Instagram. You followed their account. You send a DM about a giveaway. They followed you back. They left a keyword comment. You sent them a DM with a link. They placed an order.
All right. So again, it's just kind of going, it's as you see, none of these are one step. You're engaging with their story. You're following their account. You send them, you know, a direct message. They follow you back. They left a keyword. So maybe something in the comment that made you feel like, you know, you could reach out to them again. You sent them a DM, like maybe they said, yep, I'd love to get your link. And then you send it to them and then they place their first order. But again, even these, that's a pretty quick movement. Some of these may take a couple days, some may take a couple weeks, some may take a couple months of you just building a relationship with somebody. You don't know. But that's why you should be reaching out to multiple people at all time, kind of like the fishing analogy. Thanks for reading that one, Tammy.
Oh, you're welcome.
This is just kind of a freebie one. You know, someone finds your content. If you've had that person before and all of a sudden they start following you and it's not one of those people from another country that you can tell, you know, that, do you guys get those like men from other countries or?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're not talking about those freebie leads, okay? All right. We're talking about a person who starts following you. Like I got somebody just the other day. So now I've been going into their stories because it's, they have quite a few followers and I think they were like, I don't know, a photographer or something. So I'm like, I'm going to start following their stuff. So they find your content. You thank them for following you, send them that message. You reply to their story. They reply to your story. You answer their questions, you know, do some stories where it entices them, you know, with like the polls and the questions. And if someone answers yours, then go in and respond to them if they answer. Again, talk back and forth through your social media, and then that could lead to an order. Okay, here's that collaboration again. If there's a person you could work with, maybe somebody has followed, maybe you guys do something together, someone follows that. Maybe you're going to do a live together. They message you a keyword that kind of gives you the idea that they want more, or if you've said, send me, you know, or maybe you've done the comment of comment blank if you want more information. They comment with that keyword, so you're gonna send them the link on how to shop. So you can follow up with a voice message with any of these. Any of the ones we've talked about can be a voice message. I mean, anytime they hear your voice, it's way more personable. And then you could place your first order, or they could place their first order. So again, these are just, it's showing you that it's not just going to be one reach out and boom, you have this person. All right. It's multiple times going back and forth. Some will be quicker than others. But if you have that, if you have those prompts, like, drop a keyword, drop this in the comments, then you're going to know that it's somebody who's interested. So then it can typically move a little bit faster. So give them something to work with when you're doing a work post. Even on your regular posts, you can even ask questions and things that encourage people to then respond to your personal posts. Okay. Color Street has really good assets now too, you guys, for social media, beauty bars. They have that scrolling beauty bar now that you could do even through texting. So be sure you're taking advantage of the assets that they've created. And the one is set up as a template. So you just get to go in and throw your information in there. It's pretty amazing. It's a real good, easy way, again, to help you with your job. So if you're going to do a beauty bar or a texting group, you meet one of these people and they're ready to get 5 friends together, you could send them this easy text messenger on the go beauty bar, and boom, they can have 5 people and they could have 5 orders just like that. So take advantage of those things that they have to offer. The last thing, well, before I go over the one last thing about what our team is doing, are there any questions on getting those new customers? No questions? I thought her training was pretty straightforward with lots of nothing mind blowing, but it just is hearing it again of the things we need to do in order to make our business keep going. If you're not bringing new people in, your business will slowly just die off. I mean, unless you have just this fabulous hundreds of people in your VIP group that are constantly ordering. But again, we should typically always be bringing new people in to get us to other new people.
Yeah, I've done a lot of screenshots throughout this to go back to later when
Oh, good.
I can actually review, because you've covered a lot of information and I really
Right.
appreciate it, but it's been so quick. My mind cannot
Oh,
fathom
yeah.
questions right now.
Yep, and that's why I have a lot of it written up there so you can screenshot it and go back. And it's been recorded so you can go back and replay too. I went back and I've watched her training twice, because I take notes fast the first time, then I go back and absorb it more the second time.
Yeah.
So
I
that's
just appreciate all the help, period.
Oh, good.
Where do we
So
find the replay? Is it in
I'll put
Beautifully
it in,
Polished?
well, it will be. When this is done, I'll flip it into YouTube and then I'll post the link in Beautifully Polished, and then it will also be on our YouTube channel.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Also,
Hey, Debbie.
I was taught to a long time ago when I was in another direct sales is don't plan on your VIPs being the ones that shop, because they're going to shop, but if they've already purchased something,
Right.
they're not, if they have 3 packs of polish, it's going to take about 3 months. Like Dina says, she always reaches 3 months because usually that's when it's gone.
Right.
But I mean, that's something that I was just taught, is that you shouldn't expect them to buy from you all the time. They're just somebody you are thankful for, and hopefully they'll be your referral source.
Exactly. Yep. And again, they're great. I look at those as like filling in ones, but it's your new customers, and your beauty bars should be your new sales each month. And then your subscription boxes, if you have those, set, those should be your give me at the very beginning of the month. Then you have beauty bars set up, and then VIPs that are going to be reordering to get you, some extra sales in there. But you can't count on people, the same exact people, to be ordering every single month.
No.
All right, so we have all sorts of new things we're trying in our team space. So I just wanted to go over a few of these because they're so exciting. Well, we have the team spotlight, so please be sure that you are, I have it pinned at the top of the page, I believe, or search team spotlight, and there's a link you can fill out if you want somebody celebrated on the team that, anybody can nominate anybody on the team. It could be an upline, a downline, a sideline, and we can shout them out on the team page. We are now starting something called Power Hour. So our goal would be 1 day a week. A leader will be leading a Power Hour, and it's actually 30 minutes, although we call it Power Hour. And it's just 30 minutes of work time. So this week will be April. April Shook will be doing, her topic will be subscription boxes. So this Thursday at 7:30, you can pop in and she's going to talk about things you can say to get people to sign up for subscription boxes the first few minutes. And then the next 25 minutes, you guys will all just do your thing and try to get subscription box people. But the nice thing is you'll be working together and you'll be able to, like, if you have a question or you're stuck or you don't know what to say next to a person, or you're excited because you've got somebody, you have people there that are also working, but you're just kind of all online together, to be able to work for a guaranteed 30 minutes. So we're going to try those with different topics, hopefully every week, and see how that goes. So I'm excited about those. Then we also have Tuesday tips. I have my picture here, but I'm not going to be the one giving them. We would love for anybody in our team, on our team, to come on and tell a tip. So we have a sign up sheet. It would be on Tuesdays, one person every Tuesday, to just come in like, hey, you made a really cool graphic and you're excited about it. Or, you know what, your vending event setup worked amazingly. You'd love to show pictures of it, tell people about it. It's just a quick live or a post. If you wanted to post graphics of something you did, anything that you feel has been working in your business and you're excited about it, come and give that tip to us. It does, tips, everybody learns from tips. It doesn't matter if it's been someone who's like me, who's been here almost 6 years. I still learn from all of you because none of us know everything. So getting more people to speak up and share tips will be really great. So I do have the graphic that you could, if you really want, put a cute picture of yourself too, but you don't have to. You could just pop in. But I have the template for it at the sign up if you want to do it. All the signups are at the top of Beautifully Polished, pinned to featured. Then the next one, again, this is to help get more people on Beautifully Polished involved, to get people maybe out of their comfort zones of doing lives, to be more comfortable with it by doing what we call Beautifully Connected, where you're going to kind of recap a connect the dots for the day. So like today, Monday was a connect the dots. You would come back on Monday night and you would just recap what they talked about and then give like your takeaways from the training, 3 takeaways from whoever trained that day. And you'd be doing it live. So I think it's a great way for, especially if you are a person who's like, okay, I kind of want to teach, but I don't feel like I can teach, but I'm scared to teach, but I want to teach, or I want to do a live. What a great way to practice by doing these Beautifully Connected, because it's a set thing you can do. You're recapping and coming up with 3 things that you learned. And it's a great way to get your feet wet at becoming a teacher to the team. So I'd love to see you guys sign up for that. Again, signups are posted at the top of Beautifully Polished. So all of these are great things. So get involved. The more involved you are, the more fun you have with the business. The more fun you have with the business, typically the higher your excitement level is about it. So that's my plug on that. So
Debbie, can I just piggyback off that really quickly?
Please.
Even if you're brand new, when we all started 5.5 years ago, we just kind of jumped right in and started to do things like this. And it did grow in our confidence, and we just jumped right in. So no matter when you joined, we would love to hear from you. And it's just a great opportunity to put yourself out there. And it really is so great to learn from each other.
Yeah, I gave them no choice, really. If they were early leaders and they joined, if we all joined at the beginning, we all were figuring it out together. They had no choice. So it really does help your business. The more involved you get, the more fun you have with it. And then the easier it is to go out and do your business. So I will tell you that. All right, so before we hang up, we have to do some recognition though. So tell me a little bit about last month, if everyone can put themselves in for last month, who qualified at $150 or more? Raise your hand. Anyone who sold $150 or more, congrats. How about 300? So remember, now it's 150 to be qualified. If you have a team, you have to have at least 300 if you want to be paid on a team. So that's considered qualified if you have a team or hitting some of the ranks. So, all right, congrats to everybody who had 300. How about keep your hands up if you had 600? All right, I see Jeannie and Haley. Oh, Rochelle, congrats. How about, Dana, of course, or Dana. How about 1,000? Oh, I see Dina and Linda and Haley. And Kim, is your hand up? Dana? All right, 1,000, how about 1,200? 1,600. I want to see double hands. Give me double hands so we can really see you. All right, 1,600. How about 2,000? Oh my gosh, look at these amazing people. All right, tell me your amounts. Dina, your hands are still up. Haley, Dana,
I can't remember.
you don't remember?
I'll look.
Anna, what was your number?
Barb, how much were you?
I didn't get much last month.
Oh, okay. Dina?
I don't remember. It might have been like, I don't remember. But I did just notice Haley Looney posted hers in there. It was like over 2,600. That's awesome.
Woohoo!
That is
You guys are-
amazing.
I don't remember.
I can't remember if it was like 1,800, 1,900.
It's 26.99.
It was so much I can't remember. I love you guys. You're so funny.
No.
That is awesome. How about who brought in a new stylist last month? Anybody on the call? Carol Ann. Woo! Anybody else? All right. How about who had a new promotion? Carol Ann, what was your promotion?
Gold stylist for the first time. I was so excited. I couldn't believe it.
Great job.
And I have to thank my
Congratulations.
team. My team were like on fire last month and they're doing it again this month too.
Oh, that's so exciting. Congrats to you.
What's gold? Please.
Gold is 1,500 in group volume. Plus you
Woohoo.
have to have at least one qualified leg.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I was super excited. I'm waiting on that pin.
Yay.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody else have a promotion last month? All right. Who has set their goals for next month? Well, I guess this month. Does everyone have goals for this month? All right. Anyone want to share goals before we hang up?
Well, I make a bullet journal page that's always got a Disney princess theme. And so this month was Jasmine and the PV was a magic carpet. And as I sell, I fill in the magic carpet and I do my follow-ups and my goals.
Oh,
all in
that's
here.
so cute.
That's
It keep-
awesome.
I look at it every day, so it really keeps me focused on what I want to do that month. And it's been
Well,
really
That's Have to
keeping
train
me on track.
Oh, I love that, Carol Ann. That's great.
Carol Ann,
Especially
that
you found a
huge-
system that works.
Yeah. Well, and it's fun too, because I like creating and it's just, it's something I do every day and it's fun and I enjoy it and it's relaxing and it keeps me focused.
Yep. And that's important to find a way that is going to make you want to do it.
And I'm trying to get Stacy involved. I got her to buy she's like, okay, I'm not going to go and buy an expensive one, like, yay. Because it just really, I bought these stupid Disney princess stickers and I've had like 3 years of them, but they're just so fun. And I do like Disney princess stickers for all my trainings and everything too. So it's just something that I do that helps me stay focused.
I'm gonna have to look through my kids' old stickers.
Oh yeah.
Find the princess ones.
Oh,
Stacy,
these princess
are
ones
you-
are amazing.
that's awesome. Are you do you work at Hillside? Stacy?
Sorry, I was trying to unmute and I turned off my video. Yes, I work in Hillside.
I knew
And
it. As
we
soon
have
as
a
I
little-
saw your
we have
face,
a
I'm
little
like, "She's my
connection."
kids.
Yes. I was talking to Alyssa Lohman and she's like, oh, do you know Debbie Bryan? I was like, well, I sort of do. I don't know her, like I'm gonna get to know her better, but so she told me, Emmy and Delaney are really good friends.
Yes, they're roommates at college.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's so funny.
Isn't that crazy?
Are you a counselor?
No, I'm a teacher.
What do you teach? I can't remember.
7th grade science.
7th grade science. Okay. Oh my gosh, what a small world.
Isn't that crazy?
Yes, I love it.
Me too.
All right, you guys. Well, I've kept you on a very long time with Emily being our star guest at the beginning. So don't forget, if you're local, we have a meeting at my house on Sunday, the 23rd? No, the 30th. Nah. Does anyone remember what day it was?
The 30th.
30th
Yeah, the 30th at 1.
at 1. Okay. All right. So the 30th at 1. Thank you. So the last day of the month. Okay. So my house, and then we'll probably be doing a regional meeting within those first couple weeks of May. We're looking into that right now. So we'll give you a date once we have that, but that'll be for our team plus anybody else in the area that is able to come to those. And then if you're not in our area, like Haley, I know that you might be able to find one in your area now that the regional meetings are going to be starting again. So another leader from another team starting those.
I'm excited to see if they have one in Florida at that new regional training center, because I want to check
Somebody is-
that out.
I could have sworn they told us on a meeting somebody is running one of those.
Ooh,
Or
yay.
had booked it. Didn't they say
Yeah.
that, Dina or Jackie? Do you remember? I thought they referenced that somebody had. So hopefully they will be using it and you'll be able to get to a meeting there.
Yeah.
Haley Looney, I think they were supposed to be held within the first 2 weeks of May, so they should be sharing that information.
Yeah, I think the sign up, we're supposed to register if we're going to do them in the next week. And I think the sign up is supposed to be like the week of the 22nd. Oh, no wonder I'm looking at the wrong month, the 24th for people.
Oh, have you
that
been to
reg-
the training center, Jackie? I just saw you posting that. Oh, I want to go. Because it's not far from me at all.
I will tell you guys.
Oh
the
gosh, I
reason
hope you can go.
We
I
have
hope
to
so, too.
charge, we have to charge $15 a person for regional meetings. It's like across the board, everybody has to, just FYI.
No, but
So-
that's so worth it.
So just so
Yeah.
you know that, but you'll
I
get
think that's your-
something, everybody gets a takeaway. There's raffles.
And where would that be? Would that be in the official stylist group?
Once they start getting announced, there's gonna be a website. There used to be a before when we did regional meetings, you could go to a website and then just look at all the different ones that were offered. But
I'm
since COVID,
excited
we
that
have
they're
not
starting
done-
those back up again.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's usually posted in our weekly email once it starts too.
yeah,
Oh, perfect. Thank you.
Mhm. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're welcome.
yeah. All right, everyone.
Thank
Thanks
you
so
for
much
another
tuning
great
in.
team meeting, guys.
Thanks-
Awesome. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thanks
Good
for joining
night.
us, Christina. See you guys.
Sure. Bye, guys.
Bye. I can't hang up. It won't end.
Hi,
I don't know
Karen.
why.
All right, bye. It was nice meeting you, Debbie.
Yeah, you too.
Isn't that
Deb-
crazy? I know I was talking to Alyssa. We were just standing, we had a like a school event on Thursday. And so we were just talking, I was like showing, I don't know, I was showing her my nails, or I don't know, we were talking. Oh, one of the other teachers was asking me and about them because she was getting ready to place an order. And so, oh, she's like, oh, you're doing that? And she's like, do you know Debbie? And I was like, yeah. Well, I said, well, sorta. Yeah. So yeah, it was just crazy. Just
Yeah, well, I
all
read,
connected.
as soon as I saw you and I looked at your name, because when my kids were there, I did the teacher appreciation.
Yeah.
So remember, I would do like the posters for.
I
all-
know, I still have mine, and I love that I have the funniest one. I'll have to see if I can like find the picture of it. But it was like the kids like wrote, I don't know, what was it like best, but they spelled scientist wrong.
Oh,
They
probably.
were just like, this I